Hi, I'm Charles Lamanna, and I'm here to tell you about collaborative applications, the fastest emerging and most exciting area for business applications. And the reason we're so excited about collaborative applications is because of 4 major disruptions reshaping the business world. No matter what department or what line of business you're in, whether it's sales, service, marketing, finance, or more, it's being changed because of these disruptions. The first is the explosion of data that we're all dealing with. Whether it's digital properties, your employee experiences, your workflows, your business applications, data is coming from every part of your business. And we have to bring order and intelligence to all of this information in order to get value and stay competitive in this cloud and digital first world. The second is that we need to embrace and work through hybrid work. As we come back from the COVID-19 pandemic, we need to figure out our new ways of working together between virtual meetings, in person, and the combination of the two. And that's going to require us to rethink our application experiences across the board. The third item is that we have to rethink and reimagine our collaboration mindset. We have to improve and augment our digital collaboration experiences with technology like Microsoft Teams and make it so that video conferencing and applications start to blend and blur together. And this is going to require us to reimagine not only how we work as people, but also how we build software and how we use technology to embrace this collaboration-first environment. And the fourth disruption is citizen development, which means that everybody in the business will be able to now build solutions using no-code, low-code tools. Even if you're not a developer and not in IT, but instead inside of the business, like in finance or marketing, you can go create solutions using no-code, low-code tools. Whether you want to build an application or do an automation, it's now possible to solve your own challenges and your own problems, even if you can't write any code. And this is going to make it possible to go build a very large number of digital solutions which just weren't attainable in the past. And what we've done at Microsoft to respond to these 4 major disruptions is introduce a new way of building applications: collaborative apps. What collaborative apps enable is a different way of thinking about how you deliver work and employee experience. It's about making sure that business data is available to everyone, everywhere, wherever they are working, and in the most natural and intelligent environment. The second piece is this idea that communication is now at the heart and part of any single business process in any business application. You need to be able to send messages, make phone calls, do meetings, and do video conferencing right from inside the context of applications. The third piece is this new idea of business applications being multiplayer. No longer should you work on an island alone and isolated from the rest of your team, but instead should be able to do real-time collaboration, real-time co-authoring, and real-time work with everybody else on your team. These 3 pieces define what makes something a collaborative application, and we think that every application over the coming years will need to embrace these patterns. Underpinning all of this is the idea of collaborating across developers, IT, and business users to create amazing digital experiences with the Power Platform. Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent make it so that everybody inside the organization can collaborate and work together to build world-class digital experiences. All of these things come together to meet all of the disruptions that I just was talking about. And one of the important components of collaborative applications at Microsoft is something called Context IQ. It's a brand new, natively integrated cross-application experience. It brings the information to people where they need it and when they need it, powered by AI, powered by what you've done in the past, and making sure that you have everything at your fingertips to be as productive as possible when you're working and when you're collaborating. And we will see across the entire Microsoft Cloud how Context IQ helps us reimagine and rethink business applications and experiences. And there's no better way to do that than to see it in action. I'm going to play a short video that highlights how collaborative applications and Context IQ can completely transform the sales process for our customers. Let's take a look.
Closing any deal requires a ton of different stakeholders all across the company, the world, and business functions. Finding the right people to help close a deal is really hard. Timing is everything. Quickly bringing people together and sharing context is critical, and the new normal of hybrid work has made this even harder. Dynamics is a collaborative app and has got this. Tina, a business banking relationship manager, needs to drive a deal to closure. She looks at an opportunity record in Dynamics 365 Sales. What's new is that she sees others active in the same opportunity. She's confident her team is also motivated to close this deal. Right from Dynamics, she starts a Microsoft Teams chat, which automatically links the chat conversation to the specific Dynamics record opportunity. The conversation history and files are available to everyone who sees it. The whole team is engaged in getting so much done. Amazing. She asks if anyone is familiar with trade financing in this region, but unfortunately, no. Not knowing who can help on a deal is a huge challenge, especially in larger organizations. This is where AI can help. Microsoft Graph and Dataverse data are used to suggest people who can help. Tina sees that Bill recently closed a similar deal. This would normally take weeks to find out. She starts another chat with Bill. Bill is an account manager and works a wide range of deals. But like most of us, he spends a lot of time collaborating from within teams. He sees Tina's message, and even better, the opportunity she's asking about. That is so helpful. All of the high-level details are right there, and if he needs more information, he can drill into the Dynamics record right from within Teams, where key insights of the relationship health, history of customer interactions, and even who else is actively engaged on the record are there for him to see. He gets up to speed quickly without having to ask Tina, which saves time for everyone. As Bill chats with Tina, he recalls a similar opportunity he worked on. In Teams, Bill can easily search across people, files, and Dynamics records. He finds what he's looking for without having to switch apps. He shares it with Tina. Again, without having to navigate a URL or jump to a new browser window, she now has relevant information about a similar deal and contacts who can help her close the deal. And since adding people to the chat is also easy, it connects people from across the organization. Dynamics is a first-class collaboration app. But collaboration is more than just chat. Meetings, email, and calling are all integrated. So as the team moves between communication channels, context is still retained. To get her questions answered quickly, Tina starts a video call right from Dynamics. The context of the opportunity, previous chats, and other related information are all available. This is especially valuable for the new people just joining the conversation. Now they can make updates to the opportunity record right in the Teams call and capture notes collaboratively. Dynamics automatically creates executive summaries, call highlights, and action items to make it easy to follow up and to retain information that would normally be lost. This is the power of Dynamics 365 as a collaborative app inside of Microsoft Teams.
And that video shows just how much collaborative applications can change the way you work. It makes it possible to bring the entire company together to go drive a better sales process, to do a better job with customer support, or any other thing that matters for your business to run. And if we dive deeper into one of the pillars of what make collaborative applications unique, it's this idea that business data is available to everyone, everywhere they are working. That means that you don't have to go searching and trying to find the right data at the right time, but instead it's brought to the right people in the right form, in the right context, so that you can get your job done as opposed to spending time looking for bits and pieces of data. And one of the big items that we've done to enable that is we've made it possible to integrate and embed all of Dynamics 365 and Dataverse data right inside of Microsoft Teams. This is able to be bound and launches an integrated card-based experience, so you're able to interact with all of your data without having to leave the application in real time. And this is something that we've done by deeply integrating AI and data layers into the Microsoft Teams collaborative environment, so you don't have to go anywhere else to get your job done and can just stay focused at staying in the flow of work to produce a better outcome for your employees and your customers. For the second major piece, it's all about making it easy to communicate as part of any business process. And when we look at what that means, it means that you can bring communication tools right into the context of Dynamics 365. You can have an embedded contact list, an embedded chat experience, and you can go pull up and interact with other people inside your organization. Just like Dynamics data and your business data was showing up inside of Teams, now Teams can show up inside of Dynamics. The idea is that a user can stay where they're working and stay in the flow of their work without having to go switch between all these different applications. And that's what a modern information worker requires. Additionally, we have call intelligence built inside of our customer engagement offerings. So whenever you're on the phone or reaching out with a new lead or opportunity or working a case, we're able to get real-time transcription, real-time coaching, real-time action items, all powered by AI while you're working inside of Dynamics 365. You don't have to worry about how you'll capture that information, and instead, the apps work for you. And they make sure that you can focus on collaborating with whoever's on the other side of that phone call instead of worrying about how you're going to capture notes and action items. This is a new AI-powered way to work with other people. Additionally, we all have to deal with meetings. And as we go think about virtual meetings and hybrid meetings, we can provide new immersive experiences where Dynamics data and Dataverse data shows up right in line inside of your meeting. So just as you're talking to somebody, you can see information about the account or the case that corresponds with the other people on the meeting. So you don't have to have other applications open. You can stay focused in the moment on collaborating with your customers and your coworkers. The idea being that you just can live in the moment with the rest of the team without having to worry about where you're going to find data and find the right information. And the third piece, which is one of my favorite ones, is that business applications are now multiplayer. Just like how co-authoring and co-presence completely transformed productivity applications like Office 365 a decade ago, the same thing is happening for business applications. You can now collaborate inside a modern, unified workspace right inside of Microsoft Teams. You can look at records, you can look at business process flows, you can take action and see who else is making changes to that data while you're working inside that environment. And again, you're not going to lots of different applications, but instead able to stay centered and grounded in the moment as you work through the processes and produce better outcomes for your customers, your partners, and your employees. Additionally, you can see who is on a record in real time inside of Dynamics 365. So you can see their little icon and avatar in the upper right-hand corner and easily go start a chat message or conversation or a meeting or make a phone call so you can involve everybody who's working on a particular piece of data without having to email them or work with them out of band. And just like we saw inside of Office 365 over the last decade, this can completely change the way that we work together inside of these applications. One of the other important disruptions that I talked about was this idea of low-code, no-code, and enabling collaboration across the entire company to make amazing solutions. And that's what Power BI for low-code data analytics and reporting, Power Apps for low-code web and mobile applications, Power Automate for low-code robotic process automation and workflow automation, and Power Virtual Agent for low-code chatbots make possible. Business users who understand the business challenges can build solutions. IT professionals can collaborate and govern and manage these solutions, and even professional developers can bring sophisticated controls. And by doing this, low-code can truly empower everybody in the organization to build amazing solutions, to accelerate business outcomes, and to produce better experiences for your employees and for your customers. And this idea of one platform for everybody in the company has never been done before. It's a unique change in how we approach low code, and we can see that it's really taking the world by storm. And here at Microsoft, we have the best low-code platform to create value for your business. According to Gartner, we have the #1 adopted low-code platform with Power Apps, and over 50% of CIOs would select Microsoft as their enterprise automation platform with Power Automate. We can see that these are the trusted tools to go solve the last mile of challenges and problems that you face inside your organization. And it can complement all the great collaboration and innovation that happens across every single discipline. And if we look at how this has been adopted, we can see that already over 500,000 organizations have adopted these tools. And over 97% of the Fortune 500 are using Dynamics 365 or the Power Platform. No matter the industry, no matter the country, Power Platform and Dynamics 365 are ready to help you embrace the trends of collaborative applications and low-code, no-code development. Thank you for taking the time to get this quick overview of these concepts I hope you found it valuable, and I hope you can go check out some of the additional materials we have to learn more about what it can do for you and your business.